Hello, my Aries collective. So today we're going to be talking about how March is going to be affecting you. Now, before we start, I want to tell you of a potential portal that we're going to be going into and how it might affect you. So let's talk a little astrology first. First of all, on March 14th, 2024, we are going to have a full moon in the sign of Virgo. Not only is this a full moon, but it's also a full moon eclipse in the sign of Virgo, and it's being influenced by Libra. Okay. This energy is a removal of unseen obstacles on your career, on your physical self, and on your reality that has been limiting your movement forward. Libra's energy is trying to find a way to balance out the chaos or I want to say, negative influences that are around you that have created a limit in the way that you would like to manifest your life into the future. That's happening on the 14th. On the 27th of March, there is a new moon in the sign of Aries, which is your guys' sign. Okay. This new moon will be also a solar eclipse with the sign of Libra. Now, first of all, that's really important for you guys to know is that the influence of this sign of Libra with Aries and this eclipse will be influencing your life for the next 6 months. Okay. So this is not like once and done. This is going to be affecting you all throughout till almost the fall of of this year. Okay. Now, what this energy is calling is in your energy of Aries. Aries is the energy of number one of the leader and of the I want to say emperor energy when it comes to tarot. The thing is that there has been a predominance of tyrannical emperor energies. In other words, the masculine energy in both females and males is over dominant, and they are muting out the female energy in all of them. Okay, so this is women acting very masculine, men acting very if they masochists, and so it's a lot of this tyrannical energy and go do. Don't worry about the emotion behind something. Emotions are weakness, blah 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 blah. This tyrannical energy has created a situation in which the female energy, the female counterpart, has been stepped on, has been abused, has been limited, and has been told that they are not important, not valid. The problem is intuition, rebirth, growth, creativity all come from the female. And this age of Aquarius is separating the masses. So if you want growth, expansion, creativity, and multiplication, you need the female energy. But the female energy is revealing itself to be a little stronger and kind of telling the male energy, if you don't know how to see me as an equal, you can get the fuck on. Okay? Each one of you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Now, this will demonstrate in the micro, which would be in your inner self, in your actions, in your thoughts, in your home, with your friend group, at work, in your city, in your town, and then in the government, in the world, in the community. And you will even see it in the environment around us. Because if you're seeing it right now, there is a war between Mother Earth and fire, because she's pissed the shit off, and now there's all these volcanoes and everything going on because when Mother Earth, when a female energy gets angry, she will destroy everything. That's why that line of there is, what is it? There is nothing an equal as a woman scorned or something like that. I don't know, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. But there's nothing so fierce as a woman scorned, right? It's like I will absolutely destroy myself in the process of making sure that you go down. That's the energy, right? So what I'm seeing here is this necessity of coming into a divine balance within yourself between your nurturing, loving, intuitive, caring energy and your masculine energy, or else. And then also in the external world. And so if that's not present, these next 6 months will be a shit show. Okay. Now, besides that, because that's not enough, Mercury retrograde starts. Now, everybody cringe Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde, I feel like it's going to be a good one, but that's my opinion. It's a resurgence of something from the past, and it creates communication issues and a lot of turbulence internally, externally. And it's usually geared by your shadow, your Mercury activation. And this has to do with the sign of Aries. So the Mercury retrograde during the 14th through the 29th, literally it starts the day of the full moon and it goes through the day of the new moon. It actually goes through until April 6th, but then right after the new moon, it moves into Pisces. So see, this is all about Aries. Okay, I feel like Aries is going to have a very difficult March. Um, because you're being confronted with your tyrannical masculine energy and kind of putting it in check. And I know so many Aries, especially females, that their masculine energy is too dominant. And you tell them to cool it down and they pretend to, but the reality is like it's 100 million miles an hour and it's killing them, but they don't want to see it. And here they're going to see it. Okay, so there will be power struggles. There will be like people standing up and saying, "F no, I'm not doing this anymore." I hear, "Hell no, we won't go." I hear that in my head right now, and the thing is that there is going to be a push and pull because the tyrannical energy is going to want to prove that its balls are bigger, and the female energy is like, really? Do you know how many of those I can make? I tell that to people a lot. I'm like, I made 4 pairs. So if you want to, I saw a meme about that. It's like when people say, well, why don't you grow a pair? Yes, I've grown 4 pairs. So technically, I have more balls. So, anyways, that's a side note for somebody. Let's go to the reading now that I have talked my head off for 6 minutes regarding this and give you, oh no, they told me not those. I want these. And give you the 411 about this week's. Now, I'm going to do it week by week. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards every week. Me talking about balls, and look at this. Masculine energy, having to know how to play nice with the feminine energy and come to peace. I'm just saying. And like give you the 411 about what's going down and playing out in this energy. So first week for my Aries. I mean, the first thing that flows out is the Empress energy. Right in the forefront, the female energy is coming up and saying, what are we going to talk about? Okay. The second thing that comes out is, oh, holy shit. Look at this. 5 of Pentacles to 8 of Cups. Literally, the female energy is like, I'm 2 seconds from stepping the fuck out of here. I'm over it. And now, again, if you're a female, because the majority of the people that see this is a female in my group here, this means you'll lose your intuition. This means you'll lose your ability to create abundance. This means you'll feel empty. So the reason why you'll lose the ability to create abundance is because you'll feel like this hole inside of you, like if something's missing because you don't have the female energy activated inside of you. So then you don't feel the emotion anymore when having sex with a person. And a female needs that emotional connection to be able to have pleasure. This is a situation where a female might not feel like life has anything anymore. It just feels blah. And in feeling blah, then you have a tendency of pushing into addiction patterns like over sexting, gambling, shopping, eating, because you're trying to fill a hole that is missing inside of you. So the female energy is, I'm 2 seconds from stepping off. Okay. Be mindful of that. North Star. It says, I am the embodiment of what I think, walking with purpose while focusing on my path. Now, this is really interesting because behind them, there's 2 ships. There's turbulent waters. The lady has her eyes closed. She's being geared mind, body, and spirit. There's like so many moons and situations around her. There is turbulence everywhere around you. And I feel like the embodiment of this feminine energy leaving you will be a situation or calling you to pay attention, because leaving you and calling you to pay attention, two different things, right? If it leaves you, you lose your spark and you lose your power and you lose your light, and you'll see that people start like kind of like disregarding you because you're not that, you don't draw them anymore, right? But if it's fighting for you to wake up, it's a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of things that will hit your heart really hard, a lot of things that will make you feel very, very like vulnerable. Okay? Because they're trying to activate a storm inside of you so you can wake up. At least if she's still doing that, is that she still loves you. But love can end too. Look at the bottom of the deck has the devil card. That's scary. Okay. Second week. First thing we first thing we see is the Magician card. Second thing we see is the Seven of Swords. Third thing we see is the Page of Wands. When I saw this, I'm like up to my own tricks. Okay. Magicians is using the resources that are around you to see if you can sneakily get past having to go through the struggles of awakening that female energy. If it's a masculine influence around you, this is them using their own tricks to sneakily um, do things that will affect your path. Okay. I mean, you can see this in the world where there's a lot of underhanded deals, a lot of funny, shady business, and it's negatively impacting a lot of the female energies in this world, right? And so this is what that feels like. Peppermint. Take from me what keeps me held back, clearing myself from all that does not belong in the vision of what is to come. And see, this interesting part that says, take from me everything that's held me back. Okay. Um, that energy is a little bit freaky because this is the storm coming to you. Okay. I tell this to a lot of people, and this is talking about like my path in entering into this. I know that there's a lot of people online that's like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do this. I've been talking to angels and beings since I was a kid, and it was the best thing ever, yada 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 yada. Well, that's fucking awesome. Like, my experience was freaking scary. It was tormenting. It started when I was 3 years old. I would have nightmares like you would not believe. I would see people that were not people all over the place, wearing masks like if they were people, and it's hard to see them for what they pretend to be because you can see them for what they are. I was really, really, really in church, like I want to say all the time, because I was trying to make the demons go away, and I was also feeling like I was cursed, and I was thinking, oh God, why have you forsaken me? I don't. Maybe because of the work that I do, right? Like because I'm a demon slayer is what I just heard somebody say. Um, but it was not easy. Okay. So because I had so much fear and because I wanted to resist this side of myself so freaking much, because there was no joke here. This is making my nose run. I wanted to resist this so much. I literally swam against the current. I went sciencey. I tried to I want to say with modern medicine, explain away what I was experiencing. And I tried to turn off my gift, which I believed was a curse, right? Um, and it's really funny to me when people talk about, oh my God, I always had these gifts and they were so wonderful. I'm like, really? Like, I legit like this much really envy you, but then I doubt also. It's like maybe you guys, I don't know. That's a side note. Anyways, the reason I entered into this, there's a reason for the story, okay? The reason I entered into this in the first race is because I literally got sick as shit. Like, I'm saying, like, if God took and put his head on, I mean, his foot on my neck and said, either you take a knee or I'll break your kneecaps so you can bend down. You know, and I was sick. I'm talking about young as shit and sick, sick, sick. And it was spiritual. And then when I finally let my arm twist, like all the way back here, and like, okay, fine, 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 I give. And I started waking up this, all of a sudden my health took a 360, my life took a 360. I feel like I'm actually getting my life back, which I never really had to begin with. And it was just like, holy crap, like, why did I let myself torment like this? Though it was terrible, and I went through the dark nights of the soul, and I feel like I plunged into the abyss of hell for, I don't know, like 20, let me see, like 24 years of my life or whatever. um Side note. And so since I went through that, like, now I'm just like, oh my god, thank you so much for making me go through that, even though I didn't want to do it in the beginning, you know. um this is kind of what this feels like. This is the reason why I'm telling you, because um you can't lie to yourself, you can't use your old tricks, you can't try to maneuver your way out of a situation, of feeling, of accepting, or whatever. They will use whatever you value and love the most and take that away from you until you finally accept you have to change. Okay? If it's money, they'll take away money. If it's your kids, they'll make them sick. If it's you yourself, you will feel like shit. And you will continuously go into this downward spiral until you change. All right. I know this is going to be triggering to somebody, but my messages are not to make somebody feel like, oh, I'm wonderful and I'm the victim and everybody's, no, I'm here to tell you your truth, right? And to give you the potential to become like the best version of yourself, to expand into the best version of yourself. Is the more you accept your divine feminine energy, the more power you have, the more authority, the more ability you can be that leader in a great emperor energy, because a great emperor energy has a very active empathy and has a strong feminine side also besides their masculine side, where they know how to create a situation and they accept people that might know more about a subject than they do, but they don't worry about that person getting a higher position, getting a position next to them, because they don't fear the position, because they know their sovereignty, they know their worth and their value. The reality is a tyrannical emperor will always choose lesser to be under him so he can feel greater. And see where that in your life you've done, because that's what's going to be attacked. Third week. Wow, I got two more. I got one more in this one. Okay, the first thing I hear here, Three of Cups. I heard the message. I don't want to do it. I don't care what you said. I'm not doing this. Then we have spiritual police coming, King of Swords. This is when the narcissist appears in your life, right? This is when that asshole appears in your life that messes up your entire life, that shakes up and rattles things. They came and fucked up my reality. This is courts. And this is police. This is people that want to oppress and people that want to affect you in a negative manner. And then what they're affecting is your stability, Four of Wands, so that you can start moving. Stability, this means affecting your home. So this can be affecting actually your actual home, where you're having that possibility of losing it, or for things to go bad in it. And that can be your kids, that can be your temple of your body. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just repeating what I just finished saying. Like, either you move or they'll move you. That's what I'm feeling here. And I like, this is why I think it's going to be so hard, because the at least the Aries that I've met up to now, a lot of them, they're like mules. It's like you can beat them and they said, I'm not going to move, I'm going to stay here. And it's like, the body can only take um, a certain amount before it cracks. And not a criticism here, because I went through hell in a handbasket and I had to see myself squashed in a corner before I actually started moving. So I'm a double fire. We don't joke around. Look at that. This is being bent. Okay, so we have weather divination. I trust in what I feel. For what I feel are signs to pay mind to. And do you see how she's being bent over backwards? And her hair is like the wolf, and then there's a bird on top of there, and there's like spirit coming out of her mouth. It feels like an exorcism, kid you not. But this is interesting because one of the things that are going to affect you also is the weather. So I've been told a lot by my guides. Some nasty shit is coming. I'm talking about landslides. I'm talking about earthquakes and volcanoes. I'm talking about tsunamis. I'm talking about tornadoes. I'm talking about large pieces of landmass ending up underneath the water. I'm talking about deaths like you would not believe. And I've been being told this for a long period of time, but all I keep hearing is the end is near, the end is near. And it like I feel like a looming cloud right here, which hits my solar plexus, and I've been feeling it for like almost a year now. I'm gonna say almost a year now, and it feels like this energy where possibly even weather systems are gonna. I heard you might have family where weather systems are going to be as I just mentioned, and you will suffer a lot of loss. Um, and again, this is not because I'm trying to freak you out. I swear to God. And I just heard because there's rotten apples. And then we have bloodstone. Close your eyes to the truth of reality will only connect you with the illusion you have created. Look at that. Rotten apples. So it's like closing your eyes to the truth, pretending it's not going to happen, pretending this woman is full of bullshit, pretending this, these bitches, they always come up with this stuff like doomsday, blah blah blah, homeless and stuff. Okay, I'm not here to change you. I always tell that to people, even when they come to my office. I'm like, I'm here to make you question your reality. You should question me. You should question anybody that gives you information. But just because you cover the sun with a finger doesn't mean that the sun doesn't stop shining. Just because you cover your eyes to a truth, it doesn't mean that the truth is not there. And I feel like even though you might justify many of these negative things that are happening to you, saying, oh, it's because this one's sending me back magic, or this one's doing this, or this one's doing that. I mean, if it doesn't matter what you do, you continue to have the same patterns. It might not be something external. It might be something internal you're doing that is literally creating the situation. I feel like I'm bashing somebody, but I'm not. I'm actually trying to help them not experience this. And I can't stop you from driving into a wall going 100 miles an hour, a cement wall going 100 miles an hour in a car. If you want to do it, you'll do it. But at least you can't say I didn't know, right? Fourth week, a surprise coming, Knight of Cups. This is making my nose get congested. Anyway, second, Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups. Oh, there's two people here. There's a surprise happening that will affect a masculine energy, which is like an emotional masculine energy. It actually feels like a father figure and a mother figure. It feels like parents. A surprise is coming to parents. I actually am going to have to take three more. They said two more out for this one to get more clarification. Explain, please. This one, when it fell, it turned. King of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Swords. King of Pentacles in reverse. That is a tyrannical leader. And Eight of Swords in reverse, feeling trapped. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, um, everybody thinks that they're the big guy in the street. Like, I'm talking, so you shut up because I'm the big shit here. But there's always somebody worse than us that can squash us. And this King of Pentacles in reverse feels like an energy of somebody that negatively uses their finances to burden others. and keep them trapped. Or this can be a situation where there is a fall of finances, which I also feel that strongly in this in the third week. This four of wands feels like a breakdown in your foundations, and this could be a money that makes you feel trapped. Um, that is affecting negatively, like a mother father figure. And then we have the dream realm, and it says, not everything is what it seems. Bring yourself back from all times, all time and all places, as a new perspective can be seen. And here, do you see how she's being wrapped up with a snake in her dream state? Um, this is where this page of cups comes up, and worst case scenario thinking starts running through your head. And then when that happens, you start getting to the point um, where you get trapped in that mindset, and then it limits you from being able to move forward. So I don't know, something's coming for my Aries here, and it's because there is a refusal um, to change. Now, let's see how that full moon will affect you. The first thing I'm seeing is nature. Second thing is love. It's trying to awaken your inner nature, connecting you back to your heart. Female energy. Second week, the new moon in Aries. Manifestation, spiritual career. Again, this is something that came out for the um the I think it was, oh, it was the Spanish sign of Cancer, or English sign of Cancer. I don't remember. Anyways, this is talking about you are going to be able to spiritually connect, to get your intuition, to get out of a situation, to clear your mind, to be able to um, like unravel the knots that are all inside of you and around you, only if you open your heart. So this new moon for these next 6 months is pushing you to manifest an awakening in your heart space. Um, Again, too much in the masculine. And last one, Mercury retrograde. Again, 3, which is the Empress card, and creativity. An awakening. There, everything tells me the exact same thing. It doesn't matter how I pull the cards. Everything is telling me the same thing. And I just heard somebody saying, because you want to interpret it that way. Okay, well, you could have switched off the channel a long time ago. But everything is telling me the same thing. And what it's telling me is the fact that you are being provoked to wake up your divine feminine energy, period. 8. Move. And until that happens, you will feel a lot of really negative turbulence. And honestly, the entire age of Aquarius, which is 30 years long, will feel like if you just walked into the gates of hell. Here I am hoping that you will awaken and come alive. Avoid the drama like I didn't do, and I ended up having to go through a lot before I woke up. So anyways, hope this helps you.